Call me Neoblade. This is tribute to Harstem. Is it IMBA or do I suck? This is a game above 5k. I think I've read this Protoss has 5.8 MMR. The Terran has 5.3k. So 5,800 against 5,300. And since this is Master 1 to Grandmaster MMR, we can ask ourselves, did the Protoss play perfectly? I will spoiler this. This is not a solid build order. So I tend to say no against this. His proxy gate has to do damage.
The firstborn shall persevere.
And I can tell you, will answer the question, did he play perfectly, even though he did not play metagame. So he killed 2 SCVs already, which is nice. He's leading in probes right now. Plays a Dark Templar follow-up. He's supply blocked, which is okay because his Nexus finishes. The Terran scouts him, sees his Nexus, he defends at home with his Reaper. And now he should try to figure out, is the Terran all-inning or does he build 3 command centers like the Terran does? Very important scouting information, but let's see. The Dark Templar will scout. What I would like to see right now is an observer, very good. And this observer should scout the Terran's buildings and his army compositions all the time. So again, the Dark Templar do damage. And right now, the Protoss has to know, okay, I'm ahead. Why? The Terran has to defend. The Terran has 0 workers at this base. Income looks like this. Worker supply looks like this. The Protoss has to know at 5 minutes and 4 seconds that he's ahead in economy. He's ahead in workers. So as long as he can manage to keep the Terran at his side of the map, everything is fine. But what happens if the Terran, he is able to build a Widowmine drop? He's able to probably harass with a Liberator. So since we are ahead in workers, we need at least 1 cannon per base. Yes, he's a Grandmaster, but a cannon per base should deal with at least a Widow Mine drop. And if a cannon is placed here, the Liberator can do damage here, then he just retreats all of his probes while he's building Stalkers. 1 cannon per base, no problem. And he has the money for it as well, but at least I want to see in the next 60 seconds a pylon here.
Base is under attack.
From the shadows.
He has done damage, he don't need additional damage. He saves his Dark Templar, very nice. And again, he's a Grandmaster. This stuff is a little bit too much money. He should warp in stuff, and this observer should immediately travel here. Let's see what happens to this observer.
From the shadows.
It stays here, it stays here, it stays here. Nothing happens with this observer. Now it moves. Scouting with his army and doing harass is fine. PvT is broken as bullshit. Okay, Terran is broken. So Terran is IMBA.
Let our enemy know our fury. I am here.
Losing 7 workers to 1 Liberator. It's not so hot, like Harstem would say, but happens to the best.
You must construct additional pylons.
And let's see where our observer is. Our observer is here. Finally, it's moving towards the Terran base.
Under attack.
Not seeing this landing is a major mistake. This is Grandmaster, this should not happen. The Terran is keeping his money low, so is our Protoss, but the Terran, you will see if you watch this, is a little bit better in keeping his money low. And right now we are at 2,400 minerals per minute. We have 15, 14, which is okay, even for Grandmaster. Not okay, Chrono Boost not spent. 18, 16. I would like 2 workers here, but little mistake. So, guys, ask yourself, what is a major mistake regarding this stage of the game? Keeps his money low, yes. He has 64 probes. The question is, and he scouted everything. He will see no SCVs here. He should scout with his observer. Is this space mining? His multitasking is great. So if we're ahead in almost 20 workers, what is the only thing that could kill us? Drops, no cannons here, no cannons here, and we have now 7, almost the 8-minute mark, no cannons here. So a drop could kill us economy, and an all-in could kill us. He has a little bit more army value than his opponent, so right now the all-in is not the most dangerous thing, so a drop would be a little bit more dangerous, but major mistake, 5 gates. I predict this will be a problem. Yes, 1 robo, 5 gates. How will he be able to keep his money low. He should not build any more probes, which he does, but he's at in 20 probes, so no more probes. He can saturate perhaps 2 probes for this base, and then everything is fine. But he needs
Base
gates.
is under attack.
And this, he now denies this base, or mining at this base. We have almost 500 minerals. We need additional gates. For example, here's not enough space right now, so here 2 gates, and here 2 gates. So we will have 9 gates in a little bit.
Base is
So
under
no
attack.
cannons, no base, no gates, not enough gates. Very good scouting through harass, but his observer,
Your probes are under attack.
again, we only have 1 observer, which is a major mistake as well. He could easily build a second robotics facility, so he can build 3 observers, 4 observers. He's way ahead, and he needs the scouting because he can only die to all-in or heavy drops, Doom drop and Widowmine drop. This Reaper should not have made any damage if a cannon would be here.
Mineral
He needs a
field
def-
depleted. Upgrade complete.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
So, the opponent has 6 Widow Mines. The right call for Widow Mines is Storm. Let's see if we will see a Scout for Widow Mines, and let's see if we see Storm. There are Widow Mines, there are many Widow Mines, so Storm should be researched in the next, or a Templar's Archive should be built in the next 20 seconds. And now, this is a major mistake. This should not happen. Warp Prism is important for him because he can harass the bases, he can warp in charge slots into this base, Dark Templars into this base. Losing this Warp Prism is a major mistake. He can pick up units which are low in health. So we have the 9-minute mark. We don't see Storm incoming. We only see 5 gates. We see no cannons. We see 0 observers on the map. Yes, he scouts with attacks. Very nice. And again, we know this base is gone. This Terran is on 2 base saturation, and this main base is running low on minerals, which is easy to see because this base is running low as minerals as well. So, additional gates. I don't like the call. 70 workers should be totally fine. He's 4 bases, almost 4 bases if this this base is up and running. 4 bases against 2. Stop worker production. The only thing which could kill you right now is an all-in.
From the shadows,
We see no Storm.
Mineral field depleted.
We see no additional gates. We see nothing like it.
I return.
So he attacks. Why is he attacking? Yes, he could trade, but the Widow Mines will do damage. Because, again, he has no observer. And now retreat. There are SCVs attacking. He retreats. Very nice. No observers. He's not able to see is there an all-in coming or not. Storm, I think, would have been finished by now. For the Widow Mines. And for the bio. Why do we need 80 workers against 40? He knows there is no third base. If he doesn't know, use an observer to scout this. This is a major mistake. You don't, on Grandmaster level, you don't need 40 probes or more. Building workers is, yes, you keep your money low with workers, but they won't help against a bio army. And he even builds more probes. And he still, now he has 6 gates. Which is way not enough for 6 gates and 1 robo. And probably he thinks, okay, my money is low, but he has 20 workers. 20 workers which should be gates or an additional robotics facility. And Storm. And there is all in. And he builds an additional nexus.
Complete.
From the shadows I come.
He scouts, there is no third base. Since he has no observer, he does not know where the army is.
Base is under attack.
The opponent has ghosts. High Templar would help against ghosts as well. He loses an immortal for free. And we are on 7 gates now. With 90 probes. We don't have Storm. The opponent still has Widow Mines. The opponent
Our pylon is under attack.
has
Upgrade complete.
ghosts and uses his EMPs.
Are under attack.
And now we have 92 probes and 7 gates and 1 robotics facility. And now we see, okay, this is a little bit stressful, this attack. Now we see more than 1,000 minerals.
Base is under attack. Your probes are under
And we cannot win in anything.
Consciousness
Now we see 2 gates. Until we lost 1.
shadows I
And our reaction to this heavy attack is an additional nexus, which is not hidden, so it probably will get destroyed. And the opponent is keeping his money low, because he's playing it all in. Which I set, I think, at the 5-minute mark or 7-minute mark. And yay, there's our first cannon and our first shield battery. I think I said at the 5-minute mark, we'll probably need it right now against harass and drops and stuff like that. So now it looks like this. You can have the best micro of the world, the best disruptor shots. He won't be able to kill this.
base is under attack.
Good disruptor shot, but didn't matter.
Embrace the glory of battle. Base is under attack.
I live on.
Laugh my ass off. You couldn't play any worse. Workers killed 106 probes. I don't think I have ever seen this. So, did social play perfectly? No. Wrong build order. He did damage. Good scouting. But bad reaction. He would have needed 1 cannon per economy, so he gets a little bit of time because he was ahead in 20 workers. Not enough gates, 3 bases, and 5 gates, 6 gates, 7 gates, 1 robotics facility. How do you want to prevent an all-in from happening if you do not have the army to defend it? And the call to raise from 70 to 90 probes, major bad call. I'm afraid I have to say it, social send, this is not IMBA, Terran is not IMBA, you suck. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope you like my videos. This is a tribute to Harstem, who does a way better job at analyzing replays than I do, but I love analyzing replays so much. And if you want to send in a replay, where do you think, or where you think you've encountered an IMBA race or an IMBA unit or an IMBA unit composition, please send your replays to Neoblade. I cannot pronounce my domain, whatever, you see it here. I hope to see you guys next time.